The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game.
Touchdown, Washington! Jahan Dotson. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Cover!
Throwing is Brady on third down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Simi Fehoko, 73 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
First down, Howell to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Howell. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in Week 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after one. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell looking to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fielded right around the 8. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
20! And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, he's going to wind up and air it out. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
It's complete to Brown, right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down. If you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 28, Cowboys 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The slot man in motion right.
Reload!
Throwing on first down, it's Brady. Green brings it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's got room at the 30, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Powell throwing on first down here. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
72.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A gain there of 21 yards.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Brady.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Brady to throw again. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. To try again after the sack. Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Alabama.
shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And some space here.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
2nd down. Howell now.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st down, Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14.
Makes the score. Commanders 35. Cowboys 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
No, 66. Alert!
Play action. Now it's Brady. And the reception made by Green. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Commanders' 43-yard line.
Hey, check it.
2nd and 11 now. Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Alpha. Check it. Reload.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Al down to throw it.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to connect with Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Howell to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that drive.
Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Howell.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
50. 72.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jonathan Allen now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Hey, set.
Now Brady got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me the fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
4th down, Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Brady now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Hey, set. You need 3 lead now. Cover. Hey.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And Washington first down.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.